Hey there, it's Bill here with JK Southwest. Thanks so much for tuning in. So what front bumper and winch combination am I running on my Jeep? Well, that's the number one question I've been asked lately, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Stick around and we'll get to it. All right, thanks so much for sticking around. I really do appreciate everybody who's watching. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of the action. So over the course of the last couple of videos, I've had a bunch of people comment with some questions about the Jeep because they've noticed some changes. And if your Jeep is anything like mine, it's always changing. You're always adding parts or upgrading here and there to make the Jeep a little more unique and make it work better off-road. And so one of the changes I've made is to the front bumper. So let's go take a look. So when I first bought my Jeep, I knew I was going to have to get rid of that plastic front bumper right away. But I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted. So I went online and found basically the most inexpensive bumper with a couple features that I could find. And it turned out it was one of the barricade bumpers from Extreme Terrain. I bought it for less than 200 bucks shipped, so it was really inexpensive. I threw it on and it worked great for a long time. The bumper wasn't bad for the price. It did have quite a few features that I liked. It had a built-in winch plate so I could mount a winch. It had a couple of recovery points where I could hook up some D-rings, and it also had a spot so I can remount the factory fog lights. Okay, so the bumper has held up pretty good for me, but it does have a few drawbacks. One, it's not very heavy gauge steel. It's pretty thin, in fact, so it's not going to hold up to bashing on rocks very well. And second, the powder coating finish, it flakes off. I don't have a problem with rust in my area, but if you do, you're going to get some rust buildup on it. So after I got a few more mods done on the Jeep, I knew it was time to start looking to replace that front bumper. And it just happened that I stumbled across a great deal on Craigslist. And that's where I found the Poison Spyder bumper that I'm running now. Let's go. All right, so I ended up with the Brawler Light bumper by Poison Spyder. It's a mid-width bumper that only extends just past the grille, leaving plenty of room for front tire clearance. It has a built-in winch plate, so mounting the winch was super easy. It's got these super strong D-ring mounts. They're welded way better than the barricade bumper. They've also got a smooth radius versus the sharp edge, so it makes it nice for using soft shackles without any damage. Installation is a pretty simple matter. Removing a bumper from a Jeep is really a pretty easy process. There's only a few bolts holding it on. In fact, I was able to remove my old bumper in about 10 seconds. There we go. With everything removed, it was just a matter of transferring everything over to the new bumper and reinstalling. Okay, as far as my winch, I'm just running a Smitty-built 9,500 pound winch. It isn't very fancy, but it's gotten the job done every time I've needed it. The only modification to it I made was I did ditch the wire rope, and I contacted the folks over at Custom Splice and had them send me out one of their Diamond Line synthetic winch ropes. The synthetic rope helps me save a little weight, a little bit safer winch operations, and so that's why I went with it. The only other change I made was switching the hook that came with the Smitty build. I went with the flat link from Factor 55. If you're not familiar with Factor 55, go check them out. They make really high quality recovery gear, and it's all made right here in the USA. Alright, so there you have it. That's the front bumper and winch combination I'm running on my Jeep. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave any more questions you have down in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.